fucking supper. Champy, come here. Champy, what do you want to do? What do you want to sing? What are you barking for? We don't rap around here. You all right there? I can slowly face the only one I truly can know. These are tears from a long time ago. You done? You're done singing. You got half a verse and you stopped? You just stopped. This is not in your contract. You've got obligations. You think cheese grows on trees? No, but chicken does. I know that. Smart ass. I don't have a singing dog tonight. I don't know what to tell you, people. Let's see if an A minor gets him. No, champ? Well, I heard there was secret code David played, and it pleased the Lord. You don't really care for music, do ya? Goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and a major lift. Baffled king composing hallelujah. We got no dog tonight. Hallelujah. 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 Oh, yeah. I guess we're going to have to deal with all the crap that was released. Those frontier model companies went apeshit today. We got 100 seconds. We got literally 100 seconds from Champ. We got. Let's see. Is this place I can rest my whole head? He was like, oh. Gather my thoughts in sweet silence. Oh. This is place where the feelings are dead. From an overexposure to violence. Right there, he just walked away. This is a place I can slowly face, the only one I truly can know. These are tears from a long time ago. It's all silent. This is all dog free. Got these tears from a long time ago. I need to cry 30 years or so. These are tears from a long time. No, Champ, a go. He is not singing. He's not having it. Got nothing. We got no dog tonight. I don't know what to tell you, man. They say never work with pets or kids. Oh, man. What's happening, everybody? So we had a lot happen today in the world of AI. We got a new image model from ChatGPT that's in the neighborhood of Nano Banana. From what I can gather, Nano Banana is better at. Remember when I said that Nano Banana is not an image generating tool, that it's a visual reasoning model? I think ChatGPT is still an image tool. I don't think it's as good at reasoning. Now, we can experiment with that tonight. Like we can turn off automatic model picking and just pick the highest one and see if it gets better. You don't have enough to howl while you play guitar? Oh, wait. Oh, you don't pay me enough to howl while you play guitar. I don't know what's going on with him tonight. He's just, he's oh, let me flip that down there. Let me flip this over here. Go to the black bar. Pull this up here like this, like that. Do that a little like that. Do this a little like this. Do that. Do this. Everybody calm down. Everyone's going to be just fine. Image isn't on your phone. I think the phone one, it's just, they don't have the extra, they don't have the extra bells and whistles like the image pane, the image page. But I think the model's still there. If you have it in your web account, you should have it on the phone. I can't say who it is yet until we're finalized, but we got someone really cool for AI Festivus. It's going to come talk to us. Really, really exciting. A relatively big name in the world of AI. So I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say it, but really good. We thought we had lost them, and now we think they might be back, so we will see. So that's super cool. Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday night, isn't it? Yeah. It's the 16th. Next week is Festivus. It's not Sam, or is it? So we have a new image model. There's some new shit going on with Lovable. There's a bunch of new stuff with Google. Google's just dropping all sorts of stuff. I feel like Google right now is just kind of carpet bombing the competitive play field. And you know, it's funny. These ebbs and flows of corporate power are really interesting. Like when ChatGPT first came out, like they were mopping the floor with anyone else for a year and a half, and especially Google. They really dropped the ball on the generative AI thing. And then, man, when they started to turn that ship around, especially this year, 2025, Google woke up. And Google probably woke up in 2022, right? When they knew that OpenAI was onto something. And so they started putting energy toward all this generative AI stuff. They fucking invented it, right? And it took them 2 years to turn the ship. But holy shit, man! When you have whatever they've got, 400,000 people, 200,000 people, it's a lot of people, and all the money, they can put their best people on stuff. Amazing. Evening, been out of the loop for a bit. Welcome back. Narrative Forever. What do you think is the best creative writing one these days? I'll tell you what, Narrative Forever. For me, ChatGPT 4.0 was the best creative writing tool, and they're probably going to deprecate it. I think that the entire 5 series, 5.1 got better, and 5.2 is not bad, but they're just kind of cold, and they're just not good writers. Apparently, GPT 4.5 was a really good creative writing tool, but I never used it. I was always happier with 4.0. A lot of people swear by Claude. So apparently Claude is really good at creative writing. It's one of those funny things where you kind of imprint on, like baby ducklings. You kind of imprint on on a tool, right? And so I've occasionally tried Claude, but I haven't gone over and done it. I can tell you that Gemini, I think it was 2.5 Pro. Gemini 2.5 Pro, and they're up to 3 now, Gemini 3, was surprisingly good at creative writing. And I say surprisingly because Google is so engineering centric. They're so focused on STEM and not STEAM, that I didn't expect Gemini to be good at all ever at creative writing. And 2.5 Pro was really good at it, and 3's pretty good at it. So, but here's the thing. If you're a decent communicator, like if you're a decent collaborator, say working with another human writing partner, any of these tools, quite frankly, are so good now. They've got so much training data in them. They basically have everything that's ever been written that's been put on the internet, which includes all of the worst writing in the world, but it also includes all of the best writing in the world, right? So if you're good at prompting and sort of narrowing the context window, any of these models can be incredible at writing. Like one of my tricks with writing, if I'm doing serious creative writing where I want storytelling and I want structure and shit like that, is I'll do a whole session of have ChatGPT tell me about 5 different storytelling frameworks. And then I'll pick 2 of them, just whatever floats my boat that day. And I'll say, create a custom storytelling framework that combines these 2, like Joseph Campbell's hero's journey and Save the Cat, and combine those into some new storytelling framework. And then I'll say, I have an idea for a story about XYZ, give me 20 ideas that would work well in that framework. And then it'll do that. And then, so if you do that kind of stuff where you prime the pump, you can probably get some decent stuff done. Joy Purdy. Okay. GPT 5.2 is doing a pretty good job with my novel. Okay, great. Does take a lot of direction though. Yeah, that's been my experience. Is it tends to shit the bed first, where you're just like, it's just not good writing. Although I will say that it was GPT 5, not even 5.1. It was GPT 5 that wrote the lyrics for Before the Lights Come On, and those were banger song lyrics. But I gave it a lot of context going in. I like Claude's writing, but the context cutoff makes it absolutely infuriating. I'm hearing so many people complain about Claude right now because they just run out of tokens, and they're like, sorry, you're out. which sucks. Pseudo-write is a good wrapper app that gives you a huge amount of background prompts. That's interesting. All right, that's good. So listen to Archetypal. He's working on a novel, been working on it for a while. Robbie, when will ChatGPT replace lawyers? You would think that law would be easy for it. Well, Robbie, it's a really interesting point you bring up. So here's where I think that we go. I think that law clerks and junior lawyers, people that do the research and the initial drafting of, you know, law stuff, positions and cases and things like that, I think they get a lot of that stuff gets automated. So I think law firms are going to get more efficient. You don't hire a lawyer because they know the books. You hire a lawyer because you trust that they've been in the world long enough and they are smart enough and they are influential enough and they are unflappable enough to get you the shit you need, right? So like for example, right now I'm working on a musical and it's starting to get serious. We've got some producers that are interested and we've got to start thinking about contracting and things like that. I could I could absolutely use ChatGPT, put it into lawyer mode, right? You're a famous Broadway lawyer, you're a producer, you're this, you're that. Put it into that mode, which I did, and then I had it help me understand some stuff, and then I had it put together a proposal for me, and the proposal didn't feel right. And I'm like, can you go look and see if this is standard practice? It's like, oh, no, it's not standard practice. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. So I went and had it go off and do deep research, and it went off and did deep research, and it came back. And so I've now got this very sophisticated understanding of how Broadway financing works and how Broadway contracts work. And, you know, if you're going to bring in a producer early in the project, here's how you can compensate them and motivate them, but not give away the farm and all that sort of stuff, right? I've also got in my back pocket a lawyer who's been working on Broadway for, 35, 40 years. They're like $1,000 an hour. They're going to require a retainer. So that's probably, I would think, a minimum of 10 hours, right? So that's $10,000. It'd probably be $7,500 is my guess. That I have to fork out up front to be able to work with that lawyer, right? I don't want to rely on ChatGPT because I'm fucking clueless about this. This lawyer is going to be able to look at what ChatGPT did and immediately go, yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, maybe, that's a choice, right? They're going to be able to look at it and just go, here are the 6 things that ChatGPT got wrong. Here's how we fix them, right? So what I think ChatGPT is going to do is it's going to save me, instead of me having to pay for 4 hours at $750 an hour to him have an associate, write up a base contract and then we discuss it. I'll do the base contract in ChatGPT and I'll give it to him and have him review it. But that trust of someone who's been in the world, someone who's cut deals, someone who's licensed properties, someone who's done contract law. I think it's about the trust more than the skill in a lot of cases. I think consulting, that's the way where consulting is going to go, is I think you're going to have smaller consulting firms that are using AI to do a bulk of the thinking and a bulk of the writing, but you're going to have partners, 10 or 20 partners that are all highly trusted, highly accomplished, baller kind of people, because you're not going to you're going to hire them because of the people and their relationships and their knowledge, their real world knowledge. So anyway. Did you just call Claude fraud? I probably did. Unless your lawyer has an inflated ego and downgrades GPT's info. That's possible. They need humans for nuance. That won't be there that long. Like I really do think that the large language models, make no mistake, I think we'll start to see in 2026 the system's getting so good that, you know, they can do full-on jobs. It might be the end of 2026, it might be 2027, but, you know, within the next year and a half, we're going to see systems that can absolutely do the job. You won't even need it for nuance, Corey. But humans are not going to adapt to it that quick, right? Humans are not going to trust it because we're going to have, let's say this, by the time large language models get good enough to trust, we'll have had 5 years of not being able to trust them, right? So you're going to have a mix of people who've never used AI before and a mix of people who've used it and understand that it hallucinates and it's shitty and it needs humans involved, right? So we're going to have 5 years of that. And then the tools are going to get good enough that you could actually use them. You can actually trust them, right? But we're not going to trust them for probably another 5 years, maybe 10, because we're idiots, right? We're idiots with ego. We're monkeys with language, right? Not going to take my brain away from me. Elon said AGI is 2026. I know, but Elon said cars would be driving by, I think, 2023 or 4 or 2. And they're just now starting to drive. So he was about 4 years late on that one. I think that we will see hints of AGI in 2026. I think we will see the beginnings of systems that maybe instead of getting us to 80% good where they are right now, maybe they'll get us to 95% good. And if you've got systems that are getting you to 95% of what you want, you're pretty fucking close to AGI. Right now, we're just not there. Right now, it's still 80%. Like right now, we can still have human ego to go, yeah, AI is smart, but still needs old Mr. Charlie here to make sure everything's okay. Okay? All right there, little Quinn, my little AI girlfriend. Sorry you're such a dum-dum. Right? We can do that for, I don't know, 2 years. we can still be obnoxious idiots. And then I think at some point we're gonna go, yeah, it can pretty much do my shit now. Technology moves so much faster than us humans. The humans slow us down. Okay. Cindy Coon's in the house. What's happening, Cindy Coon? I want to talk about some of the new stuff, but let's see how many folks we got here. We got a few folks here. I want to show you. I was looking for. I've got a song I wrote about my grandmother that I absolutely loved, and I can't remember the chords to it. I never wrote the chords down to it because I played it so much. I'm like, I'll never forget these, and I forgot them. And so I was looking back through some old lyrics I've got. I've got the words written down of a bunch of songs and no chords to them. And one I figured out tonight. And then I found a recording of a song that is so bad. Like the recording and singing is so bad that I got like flop sweats listening to it. Because I thought, oh, maybe I'll do something with this on my AI learning lab. And I listened to it and I got flop sweats because I'm like, oh my God, if they hear this, it's embarrassingly bad, right? So I thought it might be fun, for you is to watch me squirm. I'll play a little of it. I'm not going to play much of it because it's so bad. But can we take a song that maybe has an idea in it, but is so bad and turn it into something good? I thought that might be kind of fun. No cassettes of that song for reference, Kyle. I don't think I ever recorded it, Corey. I don't think I ever recorded it. The only thing I could think of is I wonder if I did it. Wasn't there an iOS memo, like music memo app? Yeah, music memos. Did I My idea. No, nothing there. And then there's voice memos. No, I got nothing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I can't remember how it goes. I can't remember the chords. But it was a heartbreaking song. It was really good. Sounds like Kyle is minutes away from sitting in the ick. Yeah, exactly. Did you put it in GarageBand? I don't think I ever recorded it, Danielle. The one I'm about to play you was the one sitting in GarageBand. It was actually sitting in a file called Love Shot Eyes, which I did. I did a cover of Love Shot Eyes in Suno here, but I found this file, and it's called Love Shot Eyes, but it has this other song in it called The Clouds, which is this really sappy song about watching the clouds drift by. It's so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad. I looked in the GarageBand file. I couldn't find it. I mean, it might be in there. I didn't have enough time. But anyway, all right. So I'm gonna let you listen to this song. This is fucking humiliating. Oh Christ, what am I doing? What am I doing, people? Okay. Love Shot or Bloodshot? Love Shot. Love Shot Eyes. Here, I'll let you hear that one. Because that one I did a Suno cover of. It's pretty good. Let's see, Suno. Love Shot. Love Shot Eyes. Let's see. Let's filter by public. None. Liked. Published by liked. Is this the one? Oh, wait. Diddle diddle down, down, down. I think that's it. That's not it. Hang on. I'll give you Love Shot Eyes. Hold, please. Love Shot Eyes. Huh. Oh, by the way, if you're here last night, remember I looked for like 15 minutes in my photos to find those old black and white photos. And I said, I bet it's right above where I am. It was literally 2 scrolls away. I found them. And they're pretty cool. I'll show them to you. Is this it? I thought I did Love Shot Eyes. Maybe I just wasn't happy with it. Maybe I didn't publish it. I don't remember. Whatever. Whatever. All right, let's go back to Suno. Okay. All right. We're going to share this horrible song. All right, prepare. It's gonna suck, and I'm not gonna play much of it because it's embarrassing. Here's the experiment. Can you take something from your life that was maybe had the seed of an idea in it, but is horrible, and use AI to like sprout that seed and turn it into something not horrible? That's the experiment. So here's the horrible. Oh my God, this sucks. The clouds were crawling to the east, but they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground. Wind passed by without a sound. Oh, the clouds. The one-line chorus. Oh, the clouds. Okay, that's horrible. I will give you that. The Beatles. It's Beatles-like. Yeah, it's very Beatles-like, minus the sophisticated chord progressions and decent vocals and melody. All right. Whew. You ever do something where you're just like, why did I just do that? That's how I'm feeling right now. Let me have some coffee so I can get a little more jacked up on panic. I like it. Mary likes it. Well, let's see if I did 2 Suno covers of it. So we'll start with the Suno covers I did just as, let's see what we can do, and then maybe we can actually my ears are bleeding. Maybe we can turn it into something interesting. Robbie, is the new ChatGPT image model any good? It's quite good, Robbie, and I'm going to play with it in a bit. So this won't just be about my shitty songs. We're gonna go play with what I thought would be fun tonight is we'll do side-by-side comparison with Nano Banana and ChatGPT image. It's quite good. Here's the thing where what I think ChatGPT image is really good at is, you know how you take a picture of yourself and you put it in these things and you say, make me in, whatever, a hotel outfit or whatever. Every time I've ever done that, it looks kind of like me, but it looks like my cousin. It doesn't look like me to me, right? It might look like me to someone else, but it just doesn't look like me. This thing from ChatGPT, it looked like me. Like the couple of things I've done, I'm like, yeah, that looks like me. And I've never had an image thing do that. So that's kind of fascinating. I don't think it's as good as the visual reasoning stuff as Nano Banana. So like things like flowcharts and infographics and things like that, I have a feeling Nano Banana's better at. Anyway, back to my shitty song, The Clouds. Okay, so here's the first cover it did. Yeah, it does want to be a folk song. I went Americana 12 string, complex vocal harmonies. That's what this is. Let's see it though. The clouds were crawling to the east, but they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground. Wind passed by without a sound. Oh, the clouds. The sun was setting in the west. List those clouds in their Sunday best. A great lyric. Rocks looked on without a care.
grasses swayed and we all stared at the clouds. The clouds, they covered up that sun.
All right, that's not bad.
The clouds were crawling to the east.
Well, this is cool. What the fuck?
But they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground. Wind passed by without a sound. Oh, the clouds.
That one's not bad. All right, let's do some kind of folk, some kind of trippy folk. Mythic. No, Mythic will get too fucking weird and heavy metal, won't it? Give me, who's got ideas? Come on. You're always psychedelic folk. Okay, that's good. Actually, psychedelic folk. It's got some like Velvet Underground, Lou Reed, Turkish folk. That's funny. Psychedelic folk, complex vocal harmonies. Let's do. And you know what else could help is maybe this is meant to be sung by a female. Psychedelic folk, complex vocal harmonies, offbeat percussion. I like the offbeat percussion. And then because Corey Sandler's here, let's throw in a little cello. Trap folk. Okay, good. Trap folk. I like that. Wait. Oh, minimalist orchestration. I love that. Oh, okay. We're going to do that instead of cello. Minimalist orchestration. Okay, this is going to be good. I think this is actually going to make a really cool song. Oh, and then let me do one where I go audio. Let's pull the audio influence down. I'm going to pull audio influence down to 15. And then I'm going to pull weirdness up to 50. And I'm going to pull style influence up to 70. Then we'll do another batch. All right. So this is psychedelic folk, complex vocal harmonies, offbeat percussion, minimalist orchestration. All right. Here you go, Corey Sandler. Here's your weird-ass song. Kyle, we're a team. We are. I want to create my own pop star, NPC. Fucking do it. I'm telling you, man. Right now is absolutely the time. I was thinking about this today. I forget. Oh, Kim Kardashian just signed a contract to do micro dramas. So in Japan, is it Korea? I think it's in Korea. In South Korea right now, micro dramas are like a $4 billion business or 40 billion. I don't know, some stupid amount of money that they're making on these shitty, horrible 90-second soap operas that are filmed in vertical format. They're atrociously bad. They're making a fucking fortune. So US executives are like, well, there's money to be made. Let's do those. So Kim Kardashian just did one of those. Like I was thinking today, oh no, not this again. Yeah. Well, I was thinking today, you could do a Gen X micro drama that didn't suck, that Gen Xers would love, right? They'd just be bitter. They'd just be all fucking bitter. And then you would have like supporting cast of like Gen Zers coming in and being triggered by them. And just the Gen Zers are always offended. The millennials are always, hopeless, not motivated. Gen Xers like, just get off your ass. I'm triggered. Yes, end the episode. Oh man, how do we maintain vocalist over days and months? You mean like, so in Suno, one of the things that you can do is you can create a persona. So if it generates like that, this singer, wait, not that one. This singer here.
The clouds were crawling to the.
So I can now, with that song, like I like that vocal a lot. I can, how do I do this? Remix, edit. Is that it? No. Create. Make persona. So, oh, you don't see the pop-up menu, but in the create menu, am I in the create menu? Yeah, in the create menu, I can say make persona based on the clouds. This is shown on the songs. Upload a photo. Prompt Suno to create an image. No. Describe the. I'm just going to say gravelly. Folk hero, or not? No, a folk rock hero. Avatar. Okay, create the image. Is it creating it? Is it doing it? Whatever, it doesn't matter. So I can save it. Make the persona public. Sure, I don't give a shit. Okay, but now that I've got a persona, I can add that persona to any song I want. Maybe give it a name and say each time you ask for that name, it's the same singer. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Okay. All right, so let's go to our psychedelic versions. Yeah, see, this worked.
But they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground. Wind passed by without a sound. Oh, the clouds. The sun was setting in the west. List those clouds in their Sunday best. Rocks looked on without a care. The grasses swayed and we all stared at the clouds, the clouds, the clouds.
By the way, Grimes' new song is called Artificial Angels. It's about AI. Grok is in the music video. You know what's funny, Robbie? One of the things that's happening in Nashville right now is a lot of musicians are not hiring studio musicians to do their comps. You know, they're writing songs where they'd normally go into a studio to do exactly what I'm doing here, right? You take a shitty recording that is not even listenable, right? And you figure out a way to take the seed of what that thing was and turn it into something. I think one of the dirty secrets going on in music right now is I have a feeling that there's a whole you remember when Ethan Mullick wrote the article called Your Secret Cyborgs. Yeah, I already got that, Brandon. Ethan Mullick wrote this article called Secret Cyborgs. And basically what it was in companies that don't allow AI, there are employees that are using AI, but they're not admitting it, right? So they're your secret cyborgs. I think that's happening right now in the music business a lot. You've got a couple of people like Timbaland and Grimes and some other artists that are leaning into it. They're going, fuck it, this is just another production tool. I'm in. Let's go make music, and then we'll figure out what we want and we'll go produce it, right? We'll produce it how we normally produce it, or maybe not. Like they don't seem to care about the function of how you get there. They just want to get to the music. And then there's others that are like, I'll never use it. And I think there's a big gray swath of the music industry right now secretly using this stuff, because these tools are just too good not to use. You can choose not to use them, right? Because you like playing and you like writing, but if you're like me, where like I occasionally write a song, and most of the time it's like that one was, and I can turn that into something listenable. Fuck yes. So anyway, all right, let's listen to another. Milli Vanilli Cyborg, exactly.
The cloud.
So Robbie, I have a playlist called Cybertunes, all music about technology. I don't know if you know this, Robbie, but I've spent the last year and a half writing a musical about AI. It's about an AI chatbot that falls in love with a tech reporter that's reviewing her. It's called Sydney, an Artificial Love Story. And if you go to SoundCloud and look up Sydney, an Artificial Love Story, and there's two versions of the album there. One is the original one with full orchestrations, and then there's one called Sydney, an Artificial Love Story 2025 Update. That's the latest soundtrack. So yeah, take a look if you want to hear the soundtrack to the musical. I'm in the middle of producing right now. We're in the middle of producing it. Anyway.
We're crawling to the east.
This definitely needs to be a woman singing this.
But they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground.
Yep, that had some weird ass shit in it. Okay, so this is, what did we add to this one? We added, this is minimalist orchestration. This is the one I think I'm gonna like, or this prompt. Already, love it.
The clouds were crawling to the east.
All right, like the beginning, but it's too complicated. Love this.
Clouds were crawling to the east, but they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground. Wind passed by without a sound.
Yes.
Oh, the cloud.
Close. Let's do another one with that same prompt. And then let's go, we're going to take weirdness down a little bit. And I'm going to take style influence down a little bit. I'm going to create another one. That was close. Thera the Tabla. I don't know what that means. Should I write that in the prompt? Let's just see what we get here. See if we can get one that's By the way, if you don't know where we are, we're at Suno, suno.com.
The The clouds were crawling to the east, but they were screaming to be seen.
This lost the soul.
The clouds were crawling to the east.
That was close. Had bad words. I added the Carnatic scale. I added that for the last two, after these two.
The clouds were crawling to the east,
Like this.
but they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground. Wind passed by without a sound. Oh, the clouds. The sun was setting in the west. List those clouds in their Sunday best.
You know what's funny? That line, those clouds in their Sunday best, in my version and in the other version with the male, I hated that line. That just sounded like organic and cool.
Setting in the west. The sun was setting in the west. List those clouds in their Sunday best. Rocks looked on without a care. The grasses swayed and we all stared at the clouds. The clouds, they covered up that sun. His work today was nearly done. The shadows crossed the land. Sun broke through for one last stand at the clouds. It was getting dark, you see. Nowhere else I'd rather be. Sitting still and trying to breathe. I think I may never leave the clouds. Oh, ah, ooh, oh, ah, ooh,
That fucking works. Fucking works.
oh.
Fucking works. All right, I'll publish that one. Publish. The clouds from a small, dry, unimpressive seed emerged this. Add a style summary. Psychedelic folk. No, I'm not going to show my remix origin. No, nobody's going to hear, other than you guys hearing that song for 20 seconds. That's it. Add comments, allow remix. You can remix this one. Pin song to profile. Okay, that's good. The clouds cover. We're going to get rid of the cover. The clouds. Well, let's animate it. Oh, no. That's going to take me time. All right, publish. So if you go look up the clouds, all right, that's published. I want to listen to 3 more, and then we'll go. Although wait, we should. Of course, we're not going to go. Let's do. We'll do goth rock. Angry. Goth rock, angry, angelic. Okay, those are going to be good. Oh my God, the first female was also great. The first female, let's see, where did we do the first female? Psychedelic, the very first one, right?
But they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their.
You know what's funny, Joy? You would have stopped at that version. When I watched Corey Sandler do art, I felt the same way. Corey ran down visual rabbit holes for like 40 or 50 iterations where I would have stopped way up there. It's so funny how that stuff works. Just check if here's one, but that's the one I think it was. I think that might be the one. Maybe it was the second. I think the second one.
The clouds were crawling to the east, but they were screaming to be seen.
Here's the other one, right?
The clouds were crawling to the east, but they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground Wind passed by without a sound. Oh, the
That one's more straightforward. I'll publish it. Add a caption. Swell song. Publish. And then I want to go hear the rock and roll ones, and then we'll go do something else. All right. This is goth rock angelic. Wait, goth rock angry angelic.
The clouds were crawling to the east. They were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground. Wind passed by without a sound. Oh, the clouds.
Corey, not even close.
The clouds were crawling to the east.
This is a good live.
But they were screaming to be seen.
Selective so far.
The Rockies held their ground. Wind passed by without a sound. Oh, the clouds.
You can't hear the song. That's the thing. I don't know. I just don't like that kind of music. All right. Let's move on. Vicky comment. All this stuff is throwawayable, and there will always be something better, always something worse, something comparable. Yeah, I mean, Vicky, your point's a good one, and I think ultimately, I mean, this gets into the whole idea of, my contention that our job in the future is to essentially be Rick Rubin. Right? Like the reason, Joy, you're like, oh, I would have stopped at that first one and I kept going is, I don't know, there was something about the first one that just felt a little thin. It felt like there was somewhere deeper we could go. But it's like that's ultimately what art is. Ultimately, art is you having an idea and then you choosing when to stop. Right? Like it's at the point at which, when Corey Sandler's making her pottery and she's doing glazes and experimenting with glazes and temperatures and things like that, there's probably 50 versions of something until she gets it where she's like, no, that's me. That one's me. And then that becomes a series, right? It's like, what is the thing that made her stop at that 50th one, or probably the 47th one, right? She's like, oh, that one's really good. That's just who she is, right? That's her values. That's her aesthetic. That's her moment where she goes, that's it for me. And this is one of the things that Rick Rubin says all the time is it's not for them. He's famous for saying the audience comes last, because all he's trying to do is get the song to sound good to his brain. And when it works, it works. And then he goes and he puts that out. And he talks a lot about there are songs that he's put out that he thought were incredible, that were absolute flops. But he doesn't give a shit about it. It's like, that's not his job. His job is just to figure out what he wants put his stamp on it and put that in the world. Knowing what to keep and what to throw away. And we may not all keep and throw away the same thing. I think, Vicky, we would not. Like, what would be fascinating, what would be a fascinating exercise is to, I mean, you could do it in such a number of ways. You could say you take a song and you do, I don't know, 60 different versions of it. And then you let 100 people go. Actually, you take 60 people. You take 60 people and have them listen to 60 songs, and everybody can only pick one. It'd be fascinating to look at, is there some sort of consensus? Do they converge around something? Or is it just everyone's got this slightly different taste? I like to compare AI music today to Beastie Boys. Yeah. Paul's Boutique at the time. Yeah, exactly. This is, just like early hip hop caught shit for, you're not real musicians. All you're doing is sampling other people's music. You're hacks. That's not real music. You're just talking. That's not real music. Real singers sing. Real musicians play violins, right? And you're playing a tape recorder? No, sorry, that doesn't count, Skippy, right? Except that it changed fucking everything, right? It changed the music industry because they were musicians. They just had a different way to express themselves. There's going to be a whole new generation of people that use these AI tools in really creative and compelling ways. And here's what I can promise you. We will not be able to tell the difference in the hands of good craftspeople whether something was AI generated 100%, 50%, or 0%. We won't know because the AI tools are going to get good enough that it's just up to the person generating it to say, hey, here's my song I wrote. I mean, I wrote this song. I wrote the lyrics. I wrote the music. The chord changes are mine. But this crazy ass version that we just kept and published. Yes. How are record labels reacting to AI music? Well, Universal Music sued Udio, and now they are in partnership, and you can no longer download your own songs from Udio. So how they're dealing with it is they're suing the living snot out of these companies and then taking over creative control. Warner Music did the same thing to Suno. So Suno right now, you can't download your music if you're not a paying member. And then Suno also just announced, hey, we're going to be deprecating our model to remove any copywritten work in it, which the music industry is going to go great. But then what Warner's going to do is Warner's going to take all of their licensed music, they're going to put it in there. And then just like the $1 billion deal that Disney just did with OpenAI, where you're going to be able in Suno, in Sora, to be able to generate Disney characters in Sora videos. Disney paid OpenAI $1 billion. They didn't charge OpenAI to be able to use Disney IP. They paid them $1 billion to access their 800 million customers a week to say, make shit with our IP because we're going to own all that shit. And our customer base is going to make stuff with our IP that we're going to exploit the ever-living shit out of. So that's what the music companies right now are attempting to do the exact same thing. So Warner and Suno have a deal. Universal and Udio have a deal. There's Producer AI hasn't been touched yet, and there's a third one. I can't remember what it is right now that hasn't been touched yet. Here's what's going to happen. Most of these big mergers, the big company is going to absolutely fuck up the product. And what's going to happen is the people from these companies are going to quit and they're going to go build open source versions of these that decimate the big labels. So we ain't heard the end of it yet. But it's like, listen, Hollywood is doing this too. Hollywood is investing in this. Who was it? Was it Lionsgate that invested so much money in runway? And then you know what they discovered? If they limited the training set to too narrow, the model sucked. So that's what they're in the middle of right now, is they tried to get in there and put their IP attorneys around it, and they fucked up the model. So I don't know. I mean, in every single industry, what's going to happen is your centers of power are first going to laugh at the technology, then they're going to sue the technology, then they're going to own the technology, right? It's how it's always gone. It's how it's going to go here. And what's going to happen is most of those big companies are going to fuck it up. And then what's going to happen is someone's going to squirt out the other side, and they're going to do something that actually becomes the industry standard, that is outside of the power structure, and they're going to become the new power structure. So we could have had this 10 years ago if Pandora didn't sell out to YouTube or copyright enforcement. Yeah, I mean, but there's a point at which, listen, if I'm a let's say I'm an entrepreneur, which I am. I've started, I don't know, 15, 20 companies, something like that. I'm 14 years into my current one. Let's say I started Suno, and what I'm looking at is I've got a company that's making $100 million in revenue after whatever it is, 3 years, something like that. I'm making some decent amount of money, and I get sued for, I don't know what the lawsuit was. It was 100 billion, or I don't know, 200 billion. That if I lose, not only do I lose my company, I personally am going to owe $100 billion to this case, right? Or they're going to come to me and say, well, you know, we'll take this to court and we'll use our high-powered attorneys to grind you to dust, or we can do a deal. And so that's what's happened with two of these companies right now, is they've cut deals with the big companies. So that's just how it goes. I don't blame anyone, man. If you're out there trying to make it, like, and they're like, instead of you being $100 billion in debt, how about we give you, I don't know, $40 million for yourself personally? You can go have a nice little family. You can do whatever you need to do. You sit here long enough to teach us what you did and how you did it, and we'll take it from here, thank you very much, and go fuck it up. Because we know how to run the music business, which this shit, quite frankly, doesn't fit in very well. But it does, right? Because the listeners of music, if they like a song, they like a song. They don't give a shit if it was AI generated or not, right? We're in a weird, fucked up transition period where we're putting moral judgments on technology that doesn't give a shit, and on a populace that frankly doesn't give a shit. The populace just wants good music. And if it's good music that was sampled like hip hop style, or music that was put into a loop generating machine like GarageBand, that's not real music. Real musicians don't use loops. Some do, right? Or if it was AI, if it's a banger, it's a banger. If people like it, they like it. So anyway, but the big companies are going to try to swallow them all up. Something tells me Apple Music isn't going to embrace AI music artists. I completely disagree with that. I think there's Apple, and everyone will embrace wherever the fucking money is. If there are 50 hits on the radio, 3 years from now, there's 50 hits on the radio. Well, we don't even have radio anymore. There are 50 hits on the streaming platforms. Big banger hits. And half of them are AI musicians and half of them are not. Do you think Apple is going to refuse to host the any AI assisted music? I mean, ASCAP and BMI and the third licensing entity have all said that AI assisted songwriting is fine as long as there's been human contribution in it. It's fine. Well, what's human contribution? I mean, prompting is human contribution. Doing iterations of something is human contribution. Me uploading a shitty song that was the foundation of one of these things is human contribution. But it's an AI generated song. Does it really fucking matter? It doesn't. And so I think the big companies go where the money is. You know, you can hate it. You can hate the game, but that's the fucking game. It's the game. Now, you want to counter the game? Here's where I think you could counter the game. Let all the big companies go chase all the big dollars and do a counter revolution of analog music, right? You know, you're only going to hear my songs, you know, in live venues. I'm not going to put anything on Spotify. You're only going to listen to me at concerts, and we're going to confiscate your phones so you can only experience us analog. I could see that absolutely being a trend. but AI music is that distinction is it's only because we know what was here before. 5 years from now, no one's going to give a shit. Didn't realize it was still Monday. I want AI music pressed to vinyl just for the irony. Why not? Why not press it to vinyl? I'll tell you what. This song, someone said it before, I would go see those women sing that song. And Corey said, I'd like to be on stage singing with those women. Like, put together a band to go sing shit like this.
The clouds were crawling to the east.
Right? You got your little hand pan. Dun, 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 right, dude? With his man bun, you know, sitting in the corner. You got the beautiful women in their wispy dress and their long hair and the beads, right? And they're like swaying. And then ding, ding, ding. Your little yogi in the corner. Why not?
But they were screaming to be seen. The Rockies held their ground.
You have people ordering kombucha. Come on, man. You can see it. Oh, Christ. Okay. So let's see. I've got to talk about some shit. So let me just go to full me. I got it. Okay. If you don't know about it, AI Festivus is next Friday. It starts next Friday. Go to aifestivus.com right now. If you're like, Kyle, what the fuck are you talking about? Is this a music thing? No. I thought we were doing pictures tonight. We were, but then welcome to the AI Learning Lab. This is how we do things here. Sometimes I complete sentences. Sometimes I do what I say I'm going to do. Other times I yell about folk music. AI Festivus is a remarkable event that takes place Friday and Saturday, December 26th and 27th. So next Friday and Saturday, from 9 a.m. Pacific to 9 p.m. Pacific on Friday, and from 9 a.m. Pacific to 9 p.m. Pacific on Saturday. 24 hours of programming over 2 days with a 12-hour nap. Because the first year we did this, we did it for 24 hours straight. And Ann and I both realized, my co-host, Ann Murphy from She Leads AI, we needed naps because we're older. So AI Festivus is that. And then what happens in those 24 hours? We've got remarkable speakers from all over. We've got filmmakers. We've got IP attorneys. We've got people that work at big tech companies. We've got all sorts of cool stuff. There's people that are going to be teaching you stuff there. We're going to have a mini AI film fest. We've got Kelly Bosch is going to be showing work there. Kim Offord, Joy Purdy. We're going to be doing that. I'm going to be previewing my musical. One of the sessions is going to be the second half of Act 1 of my musical, that you're going to be able to get to hear actors read the words and then hear the songs that go with those words. That I'm really excited about. So anyway, and it's free. It's fucking free. Free. As in not three, free with an F. You're like, that's stupid. I know. So you want to support it? There's a couple of ways you can support it. You can go right now. You can pre-purchase the deluxe recording bundle, the replay bundle, for $27. 24 hours of AI education for $27 if you go buy it right now. So go do that. That supports us. We also have a friends and family sponsorship thing where if you just want to sponsor it and like, you guys are up to some really remarkable stuff here, you can do that too. If you go to aifestivus.com, you can see who's going to be speaking. Not everyone's in there. We're still getting some people's information in. You can do that. If you want to sponsor us, if you're a company or you know a company, there's a sponsorship page. There's also a virtual trade show booth. So if you want to do virtual trade show booths, you can do that. All right. So go check that shit out. Okay. Oh, there's also a lull this Saturday? Oh, this Saturday. Vicky, is that right? Got a tiny discount code, like $3 off. It's free. We put out a couple of joke ads that were like, buy one, get one free. The secret is the first one's free too. Okay. AI Festivus. So that's good. Salon's Got Talent. If you go into the AI Salon, if you're a member of the AI Salon, go into challenges and competitions. Brandon's got a post there for Salon's Got Talent. So over the past, 2 weeks or so, we've had people submit work. You can go in and vote on work with emojis. And then we're going to take the top 3, I think it is, 3 or 4, Brandon. And we're going to narrow those down. We're going to pick a winner. And then during Festivus, we're going to share the finalists' work, and we're going to award a 1-year mastermind subscription to the winner. Okay? So that's happening. You can go vote through tomorrow, I think. Is that right? The other thing you can do, if you want to see some of the people that are speaking tomorrow, Ann Murphy and I are doing the AI Readiness Project podcast. We've got 5 guests that are speakers for AI Festivus. So come hang out with us. So if you go to aireadinessproject.com, you can see where to stream us and watch us. And that's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay. And actually what's cool for my day tomorrow is I go from AI Readiness Project podcast, where we get to talk to our cool speakers, and then I go into rehearsal for the Sydney preview. So I'm meeting with my co-writer and the 2 actors that are going to play Sydney and Kellen in the thing. All right. Tonight at midnight, voting ends. Okay. And then the mastermind. The other thing is, if you're a part of the AI Salon and you're not part of the mastermind, through the end of the year, it's $20 a month, and that's ongoing as long as you keep your subscription. We just launched the AI Salon Mastermind Practice, which is a framework for creating a daily practice around AI. And if you're a member of the mastermind, you can join us on Thursdays at noon Eastern for the practice lab. And what we do in the practice lab is we talk about what we're doing, how we're doing our daily practice. We're walking people through this framework of things like how to play with purpose and how to, go beyond your comfort zone and learn different things. Okay. So all of that stuff is happening. So this is just like whipped cream on top of that. Okay. Tomorrow, I promise we will go play with pictures. Oh man, I'm so late. That's okay, Side Hustle Mimi. I told people we were going to play with the new OpenAI image model, which is quite good. I can show you some images I made with it. Hang on. Let's do that. I'll at least give you a little nugget. What's this? Oh, that's Festivus. Yeah, there's all of our speakers. Oh, wait, am I sharing this? I'm not. Share this tab instead. Look at all these speakers. Kate Rivera did the design of the site. It looks great. So there's all that. All right, I'm going to go to ChatGPT. So the one thing that's new, well, it was here before. It was called Library, I think. They changed the name of Library to Images. If you click on it, it's got a weird interface. I'll give them that. So you've got your chat box up here. You've got different styles down here. Here are some pre-prompted things that you can play with. Redecorate my room, create a professional job photo, remove people from the background, restore an old photo, give us a matching outfit. And then, like here are, I can go up? Yeah. So I told it to give me can I zoom? No. I told it to put me in front of a GTO, a 69 GTO judge in Grabber Orange. And I don't know if you can see it, but right there behind my leg is the judge badge, and that says GTO. Normally, these image models fuck that up. I said I wanted to wear red Converse Chuck Taylors, a garbage pail T-shirt, a New York Yankees hat, and have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the distance. Then I said I want that guy not to be quite so fat and to be a little taller because I'm vain. And so it did that. And this is, I got to say, this is one of the first models that made an image of me that to me looks like me. All the other models haven't, but I said I wanted him in a dark blazer with a Coke, but it took away the car and took away the T-shirt. So I said, no, put the car back and put the T-shirt back. And there it is. So there's the version of me sort of leaning on the car in my black jacket with my hand in my jeans, with my garbage pail T-shirt, rock and roll in the background, Coke in the foreground. Pretty crazy. I had it do 26 children's blocks with letters or images. That one it fucked up. Then I had it do Happy Holidays, and it just took my corporate photo and kept it. And I said, no, I want me in a smoking jacket. And it made me really fat. So I'm like, no, I'm not that fat, at least in my mind. So there's me smoking a pipe. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. None of these look like me. But there you go. There's me as what's her name lady. So anyway, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So anyway, I would go play with it. Just go to images, but you could also just call it in the in regular ChatGPT. You can just say, make me an image of. All right. So we'll play with that tomorrow. We'll do some side-by-side comparison stuff. All right, cool. Groove it. All right, peace out. Don't stay up too late. Too late. All right, peace out then. Bye.